All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to a brand new Talking and Grubbing live stream. This is a free for all tonight. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I figured since we're about to head into 2023 in less than 2 hours, I figured I'd jump on with y'all right quick to recap some things in the new that happened in 2022, far as sports as well as my personal life. I'm gonna start with the personal first. Well, as all of you may have know, this year I had a couple major tragedies in my life. First, the passing of my oldest brother. He passed away suddenly in June, and then about a few weeks later, my aunt passed. So right now I'm still in the grieving process, still dealing with that stuff. But I appreciate all y'all love, support, condolences. They've helped me get through these past 6 months. So definitely a special shout out to y'all for that. Because without y'all, I don't think I would have made it. So now about to head into 2023. Can't wait to see what 2023 holds. Some things I want to accomplish this year. And definitely hope I can accomplish them. But man, this year's went by so doggone quick. Seems like yesterday we were just on January 1st, 2022. Now here we are on December 31st, 2022. Man, I cannot believe time has gone by this fast. Definitely can't believe it. Definitely cannot believe it. All right, so y'all sit back. I'll be right back. And we're going to recap some of the things about 2022. All right, I'm back, good people. I'm not going to be on here too long because I know y'all want to get back to your New Year's Eve, watch the ball drop and kick 2023 in the high gear just like I do. So, definitely going to start with college football. Well, the Georgia Bulldogs won their first national title since 1982 It had even been a while since they had been a national championship contender. And they did it over a SEC rival that has been dominant pretty much for the last decade in Alabama. You know, that was definitely a stunner. A lot of people thought Bama was favored to win that game, but Georgia would not be denied. They were hungry. They were focused. You know, they were just determined to bring that home to the state of Georgia as well as to the University of Georgia, and that's what they did. Also, got to get to the NFL. You know, we definitely had a classic Super Bowl that we're going to be remembering for a long time. You know, the LA Rams, after being denied so many postseasons, got over that hump by defeating the Cincinnati Bengals in a very close, tight game. Both these teams were number 4 seeds. You know, both of them had to definitely had a hard-fought road to get to that Super Bowl. You know, they had to play Super Wild Card Weekend, then had to go on the road to win games, especially Cincinnati, as they had to go on the road twice to beat the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans, then beat the top dog in the AFC in the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Bengals definitely did that. The the Rams on the flip side, they dominated against the Cardinals at home, then went on the road to dethrone the then defending champion Buccaneers. Then they took out NFC West rival 49ers, who came into the playoffs hot as well. And then ended up staying at home for the Super Bowl. And man, that was a great game, man. I think that Super Bowl is going to be underrated. That went down to the wire, back and forth. Both teams, both of them wanted that Lombardi. You know, the Bengals, they were well positioned to win it. They were 4 stops away, from finally hoisting it for the first time in franchise history. But then Matt Stafford, you know, worked some magic. Also, there was the controversial, infamous pass interference call for Cooper Kupp that set the Rams up right at close to the goal line. And then Stafford found Kupp open right in the corner and hit him what turned out to be the game-winning TD. My dude Jimmy, what's up, man? Happy New Year. How you doing? And then the Bengals, they had their chances to win it. They were at midfield on 4th and 1. Burrow tried to look for somebody, open receiver, but then that man, Aaron Donald, came up big, came crashing through the old line, got the sack on Burrow to seal the Super Bowl, which was a dumb play call because you could have just ran it on 4th and 1, in my opinion. But the Rams get their first title since moving to LA, their first since 99. You know, we all know that they were in St. Louis then with the greatest show on turf. Excuse me. Cooper Kupp was named Super Bowl MVP. And rightfully so. The man was also a Triple Crown winner last season. Man, Cooper Kupp just had an amazing season last year. Just all culminated in that Super Bowl title and Super Bowl MVP. Excuse me again. But man, that was a great Super Bowl. That definitely should be a Super Bowl to be remembered. All right. I'm going to switch some gears here. I'm going to go to the MLB first, then the NBA. All right. The Houston Astros finally got back on top as they won their second World Series title in 6 years. As we all know, after they won in 2017, they definitely got, labeled as cheaters because it was found out throughout the whole year and throughout their whole postseason run that they were stealing signs from other teams by banging trash cans, etc. And that definitely haunted them for the last few years. They got back to the World Series the last few years, but ended up losing in heartbreaking fashion. But this year, they finally got over that hump and, got back on top. Also, Dusty Baker, one of the greatest managers in MLB history, finally got his first championship ring as a manager, as he had chased it for so long, and he had a lot of great teams. He also got to a few World Series, but kept on coming up short. But finally, Dusty Baker broke through, got his ring. Shout out to Dusty for that. Now his Hall of Fame career, his Hall of Fame resume is complete. He doesn't have to hear those questions anymore. He's now a championship manager. Some of those guys from 2017, that was their second ring, like Justin Verlander, as well as, excuse me, well as Bregman, all those dudes. So now the Astros, they're back on top for the time being. Now, let's switch it over to the NBA, where another team got back on top in 2022. The Golden State Warriors. Boo. No, no, seriously. They won their fourth NBA title in 8 years. This was their first since 2018. This was their first time winning it, since Kevin Durant left the Warriors and went over to the Nets. Steph definitely put his whole fingerprints on that NBA Finals, man, as he was named NBA Finals MVP, and rightfully so. You could argue he should have been unanimous Finals MVP, but man, he balled out in those finals, especially the last 4 games, man. That game 4, 3 games, excuse me. Game 4, man, he had that 44 point game. Also in game 6, he scored 30 plus points. Excuse me. But even though Steph was definitely the man, we also got to give credit to other guys for their contributions, such as Andrew Wiggins, who was the second best player in that series. Also, Jordan Poole came alive in those final 3 games off the bench. Draymond and Klay, they were solid, but, they didn't have their fingerprints all over it like the previous Warriors championships. But still, Steph was not going to be denied, as they knocked off the Boston Celtics, who came into this NBA Finals as one of the hottest teams in the playoffs. Steph was hungry. You could just tell on his face and his body language, he was determined to bring that home. And finally, because I know he had heard about how, you can't win without KD. You've never been a Finals MVP. The first one went to Iguodala. The last 2 went to KD. Now he finally got his Finals MVP. And, excuse me, this was the first time that Steph won a title where he was the man. You know what I'm saying? Where his stamp was really on that championship. Not to say it wasn't on previous championships, but it's like it got overlooked. Like I said, the first one, Iguodala. The last 2, the 2 after that, KD. This one was really Steph's. This was Steph's masterpiece. Similar to what it was for Kobe in 2009 when he finally won his first title without Shaq. That's what I compare it to. Similar to what LeBron did for Cleveland in 2016 to finally get over the hump and win it for Cleveland. But that was definitely a good NBA, bro. Pretty good NBA Finals. The Celtics, they won game 1. Warriors took game 2. Celtics took game 3. Then Warriors won the last 3 in dominating fashion to bring home the championship. Now the question is, can that dynasty continue? Right now, it doesn't look like it, because they let a lot of key pieces of that championship team, go. Like a Otto Porter, a Gary Payton the second. Excuse me. Which they should have let those two walk. They should have definitely kept them. In my humble opinion. But hey, that's the business of life in sports, especially when you win a championship. Definitely. All right, good people. Gonna take a quick time out. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. Now, got to get to some great memories I have of 2022. Well, the first one is finally got a chance to cover my first NBA All-Star game as it came to my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. Man, that was such a fun weekend. That was just fun just to be in that whole atmosphere. The city was jumping, downtown was just buzzing, just people from all over the world, just all over the place. Whether it was in the arena, arenas for the All-Star weekend games, such as the Skills Challenge, or Rising Stars Challenge, Skills Challenge, the All-Star game itself, or excuse me, events like NBA crossover. It was just fun just to be in that atmosphere, talking to people from different cities. Ran into a couple people I haven't seen in a while. But I remember sitting up talking to this lady and her best friend. Both of them were from Boston as we were riding the bus on our way to the All-Star game. We just got to talking about, sports, especially basketball. Both of them were Celtics fans. Well, both of them were Celtics fans. I told them I definitely had respect for Jason Tatum. I like watching him play, which is true. I do like watching Tatum play. And also they asked me some things that they should see in Cleveland the next time they were here, since, they only had limited time here in the city. So I recommended them a few things. Also told them about the Polish boy. So, man, that was just great just to be down there in that atmosphere, man. If you weren't down there that weekend, you missed an exciting thing. You would have enjoyed to be in that atmosphere. My only one regret, though, I wish I could at least went to one of the parties. I wish I could at least went to one of the parties that was here. That's the only one thing I wish I could have done. But still, man, I had fun shooting all the content from that weekend, editing it, putting it together, and presenting it to y'all. Man, that was one of the most fun, videos I've done, ever since I've been doing talking and grubbing. Also, it was fun to see the NBA 75 greatest players get enshrined. Of course, we've seen the old get enshrined. We saw the new ones get in, like LeBron, Steph, KD, Kawhi, James Harden, Dennis Rodman, Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, Dominique Wilkins. A few of those dudes should have got enshrined 25 years ago during the 50th anniversary. But I finally always said to myself, if the NBA All-Star game ever came back to Cleveland after the one came through in 97, I was going to be there. And guess what? I was finally there, and I was determined to be there. But then I had extra motivation now that I'm a content creator. So that gave me extra motivation to finally be at an NBA All-Star game, especially here in my hometown. And also, most out-of-towners that were here had none but nice things to say about the city. Majority of them. And of course, you're gonna have your critics, but I mean, what thing doesn't have critics nowadays, thanks to social media? Also, another thing that I'm proud of that I got to do this year, finally got a media pass to cover the Pro Football Hall of Fame inductions in Canton. Matter of fact, find my media pass now. It's still around here somewhere. No, that ain't it. I had it around here somewhere. You know what? Forget it. But still. Get off my channel with this spam. We ain't gonna have this in 2023. Y'all excuse me for a quick moment. All right, I'm back again, good people. But that was finally fun to cover the Pro Football Hall of Fame inductions in Canton as a media member. Definitely saw a lot. Met some pretty cool people. Also got a chance to see the Hall of Fame up close and personal. Wish I could have did a little bit more while I was down there again. Went to a few more events. So if they invite me back again as a media member this upcoming year, I definitely plan on doing more. But that was fun to be down there, be in that atmosphere, talk to, fans of different teams. Excuse me. Definitely had a nice time down there. Another thing I want to do, I want to see Canton a little bit more when I go down there next time. Definitely want to do that. I definitely felt like I definitely felt like I didn't do that enough when I was down there this past August. And also, it's always fun to be in the Zoom chats to interview all the guys that are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, hearing their stories about their playing careers, as well as the memories the lessons and experience they gained during from their playing days and how they apply it to their lives now they're out the game, and also memories of memories of the coaches and how the influential they were in their lives. So it's always fun to be in those Zoom chats with them. Definitely fun. But all right, good people, that's about to wrap it up. I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me for this special free for all. If you're looking for me to come back soon, you don't have to wait. I'll be back tomorrow with an all-new dinner and Sunday Night Football. We got an AFC North rivalry with playoff implications on the line. The Steelers and the Ravens are going to battle it out and be more. Make sure you tune in for that. That live will kick off at 7 o'clock, so make sure you're here. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag, $ talking and grubbing. Also, here's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donation you give to the channel, I greatly appreciate it, and I'm grateful to everybody supporting the channel, past and present. Y'all definitely don't know what that means to me. Y'all have definitely helped me keep this channel going and growing. So, I'm about to get out of here because this ball's about to drop in over 30 minutes and we'll be in 2023. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Y'all have a safe and happy new year. Hope it's a blessed new year. Hope you get a chance to complete all your resolutions, accomplish your goals or whatever. So until then, love y'all to life. Y'all be safe. And I'll see y'all in 2023. Salute.